before, so I really want to know that this first question, the flow from when you suspected corona to taking a PCR test.
Let me
That
look
is
at.
the main reason that I want to take this video. That because the
Oh,
kind of the controversial in Japan, still the PCR test
correct.
has to be spreaded everywhere or just minimized or something. So
So, I mean, I'm sure you know about the problems with the PCR test to begin with,
mm.
but initially it was the same in New York. There was a lot of confusion.
Oh.
Nobody knew what to do, and the number of tests was very restricted in the very beginning. So you had to get, just like how the Japanese government has it, you had to get approval from the state to run the test. And they would not run the tests for anyone who was not a known contact of somebody who didn't come down with it. So for a long time, we weren't testing. When they finally opened up testing, that was near the beginning. I would say about March 20th, March 16th-ish, between that, the latter half of March, they started to get more tests. So they started to open up more testing. So what they said is you can call the hotline. There's a state number that you call and you give them your details. You tell them, what your symptoms are, what you're doing, what contacts did you have? Did you have international travel? And you tell them these things and when. And they decide if you're going to get testing. So because I worked in healthcare, they usually approve. They say, oh, you're a doctor. You're going to need to get tested. So I called in the day before, and the day after they called me to schedule an appointment to go for the testing. So after I had the fever, I had the cough, I said, you know what, there's a good chance I might have this. I'm worried about it. So I called them because I work in the hospital. And I said, I wanted to get the testing done. So they called me back. And then you saw the video I sent. You drive in, and everything is closed. It's harder in Japan because not everybody has cars. In the US, everybody has cars. So you just sit in the car. They tell you to keep everything closed up until the swab. So when you drive up somebody in a suit, a full suit, you open the window a little bit, they put the swab in up your nose, and then pull out, and then it's done. You close your window, and they tell you that they're going to call you in 3 days.
3 days.
However, in the beginning, there was a mess. There was no coordination. Nobody knew. Nobody told me my results. You can call, but nobody knows how to find your results.
Oh my gosh.
So it took about a week after I looked up my results myself, because as a doctor, you can call the laboratories and you can say, hey, my name is Dr. So-and-so. I need to check out in the laboratories for this. So then they released it to me and it showed that I was positive. But this was my own searching a week later.
Week later? Are you
And by
sure?
then, I'd already been sick for a week.
Oh my gosh, what's the point of taking the test?
Correct. So it's gotten a lot better. Now the time, because we have so many more tests now, the time is very short. You call and within 2 hours, they will call to schedule an appointment for you. Okay? So it's been a lot of improvement, but in the beginning, it was a very big mess. Nobody knew anything. And so it is like where Japan is more now, because nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows how to do it because it's not set up yet. There's a few centers. Same with my staff. My staff became ill too, one day before I did. So they went to get testing as well. They had to get their own laboratory results too. Hers was about 5 to 7 days. Again, it took a very long time, and it really didn't, there was no effort to contact the sick people. There was no effort to check, if they're getting anywhere else. So I reported my wife too. She got sick. And they called me this week to schedule a test for her. That's been 4 weeks.
Seriously?
But there's no point now. It's been 4 weeks since she's been sick. She's done. Why are we running the PCR test now? And they said, you know what? We're sorry. In the beginning, it was a big mess. Nobody knew what they're doing. Now we're finally organized, and now we're following through. But it's too late. It's done.
It's too late. Oh, how is your wife? It's fine. Still recovered fine.
So it looks like, in general, women do not get it as severe as men. First symptoms lasted about 3 to 5 days. The fever wasn't very high. I mean, I forget what the conversion, but for the US system, maybe about 102. No, 100 degrees. What is this? 100 minus 32 divided by 9 times 5. About 37.8.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On that.
So for acetaminophen, paramecital, whatever you guys use there, that helped. That would lower my fever to about 37 for a few hours. But only large doses would work. Like, I was worried about getting poisoning from taking so much. When I tried the ibuprofen, those types of medicines, the NSAIDs, it didn't have any effect. It did not reduce the fever at all. It was unusual. I would have to say it's about the sickest I've been, and I can understand why people can die, because there were times that I was not entirely sure that I wouldn't have to go to the hospital.
ウさん、本当にご無事で何よりでした。まとめです。ニューヨークの PCR テスト。動画ではこのようなことをお伝えさせていただきました。ご協力いただきましたウー先生、本当にありがとうございました。この後、今やっている治療法とか院内の状況とかも聞けたんですけども、私の英語が下手すぎる。どうにかしたいです。